used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
We are at the John James Audubon Visitor Center in Mill Grove. Look at those bird feeders. A lot of bird feeders. There's some birds hanging out in a bird feeder. You may have heard of, I don't want to get too close, I'm disturbing them. I'm actually quite far away, I'm zoomed in, but even that was too close for them, apparently. Oh, no, one's going back. Yeah, you may have heard of the Audubon Society. You know, you think of birds, you think of the Audubon Society. Well, it comes from here, Audubon, Pennsylvania. Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe Adventures. I'm Crazy Joe. This is going to be a little bit of a different kind of video. Kind of piggybacking off of the last video I did. If you watched the last video, we went out to Krispy Kreme. We tried out the He-Man donuts. In that video, I mentioned that I've been really watching what I eat, aside from the 1.5 donuts you saw me eat in that video. I have been really watching what I eat, and I've been taking part in a Biggest Loser competition at work. We're all trying to lose weight, a whole bunch of us. And I thought, you know what? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because I think it's important. As I think everybody knows, my friend Adam the Woo passed away rather unexpectedly not long ago in December. And he was only 1 year older than me, 51. I just turned 50. So it really hit close to home in more ways than one, because, not only did I lose a friend, which was heartbreaking, but it makes you sort of think about your own mortality. And if any good has come from Adam's passing, and all things considered, I wish we could have learned these lessons a different way, but it has kind of woken a bunch of us up, and we're trying to get healthier. A lot of our common friends, I've been in communication with Greg's Game Room, Greg, Adventures by George. He's done a series of videos about trying to get healthier. He's been going to the doctor. He's been changing his eating habits. I know Splur and Ryan has also said the same. So a lot of us kind of stopped and said, hey, wait a minute. Maybe it's time to really take a look at ourselves. And I scheduled a whole bunch of doctor's appointments, routine physical, things like that. And one thing I really wanted to have them take a look at is my heart, because, Adam passed from coronary artery disease, which I was not familiar with. I asked my doctor about it, and they said, well, really the way they test for that, there is a test, and it's a CAT scan. And they do a CAT scan of your heart, and they look for calcium deposits on your heart. And if there's no calcium deposits, or very few, that's a good thing. If they're there, it's not a good thing. Insurance, apparently, or at least my insurance, usually doesn't cover that CAT scan. But they told me for about $300, I can have that test. And I thought it was worth it. I said, yes, please. I would like that test. And the good news is I have a very healthy heart. My doctor told me that at least for the next 5 years, I am in the lowest risk category for a heart attack. So that is a positive. And, you take the wins where you get them. But there's no question that I am very overweight, and I need to lose a significant amount of weight. So that's what we're working on. Now, I did join this Biggest Loser competition at work, it's a good motivator. You know, there's a financial reward. I've so far lost about 25 pounds. We're about 3 weeks in. I'm down 25 pounds, which is good. Still not enough. It's still not enough. I don't think a lot of you know just how heavy I am. I don't think a lot of people know how heavy I am because I'm very tall. I'm 6'5". And you take a look at me, you'll be like, yeah, that guy's overweight, obviously. But because of my height, I hide it better than most people. So as overweight as you think I am, I promise you it's more. I guess that's a good thing that my height makes me look somewhat thinner than I would look if I were shorter. Makes buying clothes a pain. They expect people, the people who manufacture clothes, expect you to be short and fat or tall and skinny. They never think, what if you're tall and fat? That doesn't cross their mind. So buying clothes is a challenge. But we're doing, oh, there's a deer. Hang on, let me see that guy. Look, he's looking right at me. Hey, buddy, we're not gonna hurt you. Just out taking a walk. Oh no, probably don't want to scare him, but let me see if I can get a better view in the clearing. Well, you can see his butt. I don't know. Can't really see his head though. Looks like he's eating. I don't want to disturb him. There he is. There he is. You see him? I can see him with my bare eye, but I can't see him through the camera lens, so I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, well, he's there. Trust me. Trust me. So, bottom line, I've been trying to lose this weight. I've been going to the gym, hopping on the treadmill, but I prefer taking a walk on these nature trails. This is a new one for me. This is the Audubon Wildlife Reserve. As I mentioned, the Audubon Society is based out of Audubon, Pennsylvania. And that's where I am, the Audubon Wildlife Reserve. We're just, this, like I said, I don't usually walk this trail. There's a trail closer to my house that I have a tendency to walk. And I like that more than being in the gym, because you're out in the fresh air. And I usually walk from one end of the park to the other, and it's quite nice. So I thought, I'm on my lunch break at work, and I thought, you know what? Let's go find a nature trail, and we'll take a walk, and we'll do a little walk and talk, which is nice because I couldn't do really a walk and talk with you from the treadmill. It wouldn't really work. But yeah, it's all about living a healthier lifestyle, I think, going forward. Which way to go? Which way to go? You can go that way in the wooded area. That way's paved. I don't know. I've only got an hour because I am on a lunch break from work. So I don't want to get lost. I don't want to go down some path and not be able to find my way back. Hunting on county property is prohibited, thank God, because I don't want to accidentally get shot. That's a good thing. Talking about getting healthier. What if I'm out here getting healthier and some hunter just shoots me right out of the blue and you guys get to watch it? No fun, no fun. That's not what I want. So going into the woods, heading this way. I don't even know where I'm going. Just wandering. I've never been here, but it is very picturesque and more fun than a treadmill. So a lot of people watch my channel from various age groups, various walks of life. So I don't know where each of you are in terms of your, age, or what your health level is, what your physical needs are, whether it be, maybe you're overweight, maybe you're underweight, maybe you're not eating right. I don't know. But I would encourage all of you, as turn 50, I hear an animal scourging around. Oh, it's a little squirrel jumping around. But I do encourage all of you, because one thing's for certain, I am 50 now. I turned 50. So I don't know how many years I got left. But I do know that if I live to be 100, I'm now exactly at the midpoint of my life. And the odds are I'm not going to live to be 100. Not a lot of people do. So with that in mind, I am now probably more than halfway through my life. The end game is probably closer than the beginning. So when's that going to be? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or tomorrow? I don't know, but I do have young kids, and I want to be there for my daughter, and I want to be there to see grandkids. So I want to keep this going as long as we can. I'm not ready to check out just yet. And there's only so much of that I get a say in. There's only so much of that any of us get a say in. Ultimately, it's going to happen. There's going to be a day when it happens. But we can do everything in our power to try to keep that day at bay. And that's my goal now. So, I am going to Dragon Con this year. This September, I will be at Dragon Con. And maybe I'll take a cue from Adam. Adam used to say Thin by Dragon Con. Maybe I'll adopt Thin by Dragon Con for me this year. We'll see. Now, on the other side of the coin, I don't want to lose too much weight. That's important too. I don't want to lose too much weight. I'll tell you why. They'll tell you, if you get on a scale, you look up your age, you look up your weight, you look up your height, they'll tell you what your ideal weight is. So I've seen what my ideal weight is. And I don't agree with it. Because I was very, very, very skinny in high school. I was probably at my, I don't know where I'm going. I might get lost in the woods. It'll be like Frozen 2. And now I'm lost in the woods. I'm not going to sing that song. Number one, I don't know the words. And number two, if I did, I'd get hit with a copyright. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I used to be very, very thin in high school. And quite frankly, I never looked good. I looked terrible. I mean, if I remember, I'll pop a photo of me in high school in here. Boop. Hope I remember. If a picture popped up, I remembered. Yeah, I looked awful in high school. I was way, way, way too thin. Then around my college years, I started to gain weight. And looked a hell of a lot better. When I started to gain some weight. Then eventually, as time went on, I gained too much weight. All right. I'm going to turn around. I don't know where I'm going. So I want to be careful I don't want to get back to where I was in high school. I think personally, the doctors and the scale or whatever it might say, oh, this is your ideal weight. But I really think for my height that I was too thin. So I need to find a good sweet spot. I wish I knew, because I don't remember. Like, I just don't remember. I wish I knew what I weighed around 1998. I wonder if my doctor, if I call my doctor, I wonder if my medical records will tell me what I weighed in 1998. Because I think that's my ideal. I think if I could get back to weighing whatever it was I weighed in 1998, that would be nice. Well, just thought I'd take you along for this walk with me. I don't really have too much to say, but I did just want to piggyback off because I did mention in the last video that I've been trying to lose weight. And, you know, to be fair, I've been doing a pretty good job. But I got a long way to go. It's been a long road getting from there to here. Sorry. The Star Trek fan in me took over. I think I'm on the other side of that clearing now where I saw the deer. So I don't know where the deer is, but I think I'm on the opposite side. Here, let me reverse it. I saw him and I was on the other side of the path there. He was somewhere around here. Probably should have sprayed myself with off. I have to examine myself for ticks. But I don't know. This trail, I like the trail closer to my house better because it's pretty straightforward. It's just like a straight line. You go down and then back again. This is giving me too many options of ways to turn and move, and that makes me fear getting lost. And I do have to get back to work eventually. So getting lost isn't a good idea. You know what these woods need? A creek. There needs to be a creek. The trail I walk by has a creek. I don't know. No, I feel like something's biting my leg. I think I'm going to end the video there. I don't want to just keep rambling. Start to get a little boring. I may have bored you already. I may have bored you. Oh, those are trees. I saw a weird tree. I thought it was a animal, but it was a tree branch. But yeah, I don't want to bore you into a coma, which it may be too late for that already. So if so, I apologize. I am going to cut this portion of the video here, but there is one more thing I did think I'd show you. I was driving over here and I passed something that I wanted to show you. So I will cut this portion here, but I will come back and show you one more thing before we wrap this video up. Look at this. This is cool. Caution, no trespassing. We're not going to trespass, but I'm going to show you from here. Honeybee yard. Do not disturb the honeybees. Their pollinating work ensures your food supply. So look at this. We will not trespass, but from here, this is where the honeybees are. Not to be confused with the honeybees, the band from Gilligan's Island that was Ginger, Marianne, and Mrs. Howell. If you got that reference, you're old. That's cool. That's pretty cool too. Look at this. A tree that was uprooted. Look at those roots. There it is. Wonder how long ago this happened. Completely uprooted. Imagine the wind it takes to knock a whole tree that size down. Unbelievable. I mentioned I had one more thing I wanted to show you. This is it. Take a look at this. This is an abandoned building in Audubon, Pennsylvania. Look at this. The walls are boarded up. Look at that. There's some broken windows up there. This building has been abandoned for quite a while. We're not going to trespass. We're not going to try to gain entry or anything like that. But I wanted to show it to you because if you grew up in the 80s and ever had a Commodore computer, this is the birthplace of the Commodore computer. This is where the Commodore 64 was made, at this abandoned factory in Audubon, Pennsylvania. I don't know how long it's been abandoned, but clearly, I mean, look at that. It's seen better days. It's seen better days, but the Commodore 64 was a pretty, it was a, big thing back in the day. And this is where it came from. If you had one, it probably came from here, from this abandoned old building. There's the signage, GMT Microelectronics Integrated Circuit Manufacturing. And yeah, this has been abandoned for quite a while. Whole lot of cars in the lot for an abandoned business. I guess one of the other businesses in this industrial park is using this as their parking lot, but there's the back of the building. Again, this is where the Commodore computer was once manufactured. So if you're an 80s kid and you had a Commodore 64, this was the spot. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I drove by this building on the way to the park and I thought, that's kind of cool. A little piece of pop culture history. Let's throw that in there. So there you go. The Commodore computer came from there. Yeah, like I said, just think about your health. Maybe you want to be like what we're doing. Get yourself a doctor's appointment. Get your heart checked out. Try to lose some weight. Let's spend as much time as we can on this planet, right? All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. I feel like a million bugs have bit me. Keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.